What's up, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new series that we're doing on the Ram and Relic YouTube channel. This was a revival of a previous show that we had done for a little bit on the Watchman's Post. We got the two hosts here of the Amateurs podcast, the famous sports show that unfortunately passed away recently.
Yeah.
So we're doing a little bit of a revive here under the new Ram Relic, hosted by myself and Zach. And we're doing our March Madness bracket walkthrough where we predict all the games, upsets. We're going to walk through a bracket here and fill it out. So with that said, I'm going to Colin, he's got the better eye of the screen here, so he's going to walk us through the bracket here, and we're going to start making picks.
Yeah, all right. So we're going to start here in the East region. Very first matchup is the 1 seed Duke versus the 16 seed Siena. I think we all have Duke going through pretty comfortably in that.
Nah.
All right. Our next game is Ohio State TCU. That's our 8-9 matchup. 8-9 games usually kind of a coin flip. Anyone have any strong opinions on this?
Bruce Thornton's playing. I have Ohio State. I wasn't sure if he was injured or not, but it sounds like he's back, so I have Ohio State in this one.
I'm going with Ohio State, too. I just think Bruce Thornton's the deciding factor. He's hit a lot of clutch shots. Even though he hasn't been in the tournament before, I think that he's just going to be the best scorer on the floor out of all the good guards in this game.
They have a good defense, too.
All right, sounds like we got Ohio State going through on this. All right, our next game is the infamous 5-12 match. Anyone got this one as their 5-12 upset, or are we all on board with St. John's? What are we thinking here?
Nah, I got St. John's. I just think their defense is going to be too much. They're physical, and Ricky Pitino got those boys playing good.
Trust Patino in this.
I'm not going to try and... I like their defense for NIU. I know they're very high analytically on defense, but their offense just worries me so much in that game. So I'll still go with St. John's.
All right, next matchup, 4-13, we have Kansas and Cal Baptist. Anyone got an upset going down here?
Well, Darren Peterson subs himself out, maybe.
Maybe if it was like Cal Presbyterian, maybe I'd be more upset.
Well, if it was California University of the Jews, they would definitely win.
So we got Kansas going.
Yeah. Great.
All right.
This episode's going to get canceled now. Thanks.
Thanks, Jordan.
All right. Here's an interesting one. Louisville and USF, South Florida. Louisville, a little bit live and die by the 3. USF looked good in their championship game. What do we think here, gentlemen?
USF is my dark horse, or I guess you could call them my Cinderella team. So I love this upset. I think their offense is electric, and their defense. I think this will be a very high-scoring game. I don't think either team plays, real good lockdown defense. But I just think South Florida, they have it's either 4. I think it's 4 guys that average double digits every game. So I just think they're going to overpower Louisville.
Yeah, I like USF. Louisville, Mikel Brown's a little banged up. So.
All right, so there's our first big upset, USF over Louisville. On to Michigan State, North Dakota State, the Summit League champions taking on the Spartans. Pretty sure we all got Michigan State going through on this. Okay. Next up is Jordan's favorite coach from UCLA against UCF.
Yes. All right, here's the deal. So Mick Cronin can't hold his own water, and he's going to lose in the first round to UCF. UCF, they're playing well. They ended on a little bit of a sour note, but that's all right. UCLA had a couple injuries at the end of the tournament there. I think they're going to pull off the upset, and I really just can't stand Mick Cronin, so...
I'm going to go with UCLA. I'm going to go against you just because UCLA's ended on a hot streak. They beat Michigan State in the tournament. We looked awful in that game. I don't know. With Sky Clark coming back, they have both their guards now in, and they just look so much better with Sky Clark back. So I'm going to go with UCLA.
Yeah, I'm gonna go UCF. They've played the Big 12 teams tough this year and pulled out a couple upset wins. And I just think UCLA is way too streaky of a team to be any sort of problem in the tournament. I'm going to go UCF in this.
What do you got, Seth?
Well, I'm looking here. I'm looking at. So UCLA has, they beat Michigan State, Illinois, and Purdue, but UCF also has some big wins: Texas Tech, Kansas, BYU. But this one's tough.
Believe in Mick Cronin.
You can't.
Not according to Jordan.
I would be fine with going UCF, but honestly, I think UCLA is probably a little bit more all around. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go UCLA. This one's tough, honestly. This could go either way.
Oh, so we
Oh,
got
it's
two
2-2.
and two. So it all comes down to me.
All right,
Thanks,
Colin.
guys. Honestly, wasn't impressed with how UCF played in the Big 12 tournament. I know they beat Cincinnati, but Cincinnati choked that harder than So
Harder than what, Colin?
Yeah. Finish that sentence.
Finish that
Colin.
sentence.
He won't.
no,
We don't
won't.
bleep anything
Then
on
Pete's
this
trying
channel.
to put down a hot dog in one bite.
I can do that.
That's not something I would admit.
So I'm gonna have
proud
to
of
go
that
UC.
talent.
I'm gonna have to go UCLA more on just I don't trust UCF. Final game in this region, we got UConn and Furman. I think we're all good with UConn moving on here.
Yeah.
I got UConn.
All right, so we're up to the top of the Midwest bracket here. We got the 1 seed. Yep, that's correct, Cade. Or the South bracket, I should say. Yeah, let's do that.
Lauren has a hard
All right.
time with words.
Yeah, she
So
has
we
a
got
hard time reading.
Florida playing the winner of a first 4 match. Florida.
I don't think it matters.
Right.
Yeah, Florida.
All right, Clemson, Iowa. What do we think on this one? It's an 8-9 matchup. These games are usually pretty big toss-ups. So, who has strong feelings on this?
I mean, I got Clemson pretty much all the way. I mean, they've played. I mean, granted, Duke was down players, but they played Duke tight, and they beat UNC, who was also down players, which is unfortunate. But they've been playing well at the end of the season, which gives them confidence going in. And Iowa's kind of up and down, so I'm going to go Clemson on this one.
I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to go with Iowa. Bennett Sturts is back in March Madness. He pulled off the first-round upset last year, obviously on a new team. They got a lot of the guys from that old team. And yeah, I just think that having Bennett Sturts on the court, he's the best player easily out of everyone in this game, and I just think that they're going to pull off the win. They got a lot of solid wins in the Big Ten, too, even if they are inconsistent.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Iowa. Clemson only has one guy scoring over 10 points a game, and I don't think that's going to bode well for Clemson. And I also don't put much stock into how they play against Duke because, well, two starters not in the game, it's going to kind of make a difference. But
Yeah, but you have the best player in the country, though. So
here we go. So,
just saying.
what do you want?
I'm going to go Iowa. I could totally see Clemson winning this, but Iowa, they've lost a lot of games but to good teams, but they've all been really close. So I think I could see Iowa getting this done. So
All right, we're on to our next 5-12 matchup, Vanderbilt-McNeese.
aren't one of you hot on McNeese? Was it you, Peachy?
No, it
So-
was not hot.
Oh,
on
someone was
McNeese.
talking about McNeese. I don't remember who.
Me and Jordan were going back and forth between, if we're going to pick McNeese in the first round. So I'm not going to do it just because Vanderbilt literally just won I guess they lost in the championship. But they had a good run in their tournament. And as much as I do like this McNeese team, I think it is better than last year's team. But I think Vanderbilt squeaks it out in a close game.
Yeah, Vanderbilt's kind of tough to gauge because, they started out the year hot, then they lost some games, then they were kind of up and down throughout the year, but then they just beat the crap out of Florida in their tournament. And I honestly don't know much about McNeese. Yeah, I just think with the way Vanderbilt played in the tournament, I think they're coming off hot and they'll get them past the first round.
What do you think?
I don't have a strong feel on this game. I would maybe lean a little. I could see this being the 12-5 upset. If there is one, it's the one I feel the best about, but I'm not ready to go all in on McNeese yet.
All right, so the vote is obviously Vanderbilt, and that's okay. But I'm thinking McNeese pulls this off.
All right. Sell me. I'm open to it.
All right.
Sell me.
I'm open to
You're
it,
ready
too.
for it?
Okay.
All right. So it's pretty much the same team that comes back. They force a ton of turnovers, and they're also undersized, but so is Vanderbilt. And McNeese State kills the offensive glass. So I think they're going to have a great game. They have a stud guard who can put the ball in the hole. And I just don't think Vanderbilt's that good. And I think McNeese State's coming back for more this year. So that's basically my point. But
All right, I
it's
feel
a
like
little bit of a stretch. Like, you know,
I don't
but
know.
with
It's
every
hard to look at
upset-
their resume and just be.
I
don't
would
know.
I'm going to stick with Vanderbilt still because I'm looking at their 3-point percentage as a team. They're 294th in the country. They're not a very good 3-point shooting team, and I feel like that's just going to be very hard to counter Vanderbilt's offense.
And that's a valid point. But I'm riding with McNeese in my personal, but Vandy. I can see why we pick Vandy.
All right, so we got a 3-2 in favor of Vandy on this,
Yep.
it looks like. Okay. Nebraska, Troy. Nebraska's seeking their first ever tournament win. Anyone have something here? I think this could be a little interesting. No? All right, Nebraska through. Oh, right. Here we go. UNC
The moment we've been waiting for.
Oh,
yeah.
The one that
Everyone-
has generated the most talking behind.
Pull your
scenes.
boots up because it's about to get deep. Here we go.
All right. Seth, as the leading Tar Heel analyst on the show, sell us.
I'm not impressed with VCU's size. We still have Henry Vasar, who's a phenomenal 7-footer, just put up a 28-17 game against Clemson. We didn't win, unfortunately, but our defense on paper is actually better without Caleb Wilson. And so I think, the games we lost with him on the floor where we got destroyed by 3, by teams hitting threes on us, that's not really been a problem. So since he's been out, so I think if our guards can continue to play like they were at the end of the Clemson game, where they stop reacting and start making, coming off screens, looking to shoot instead of trying to, pass the ball, or if Luka hopefully gets, hopefully he stops dribbling the ball and just goes back to catch and shoot. I mean, he had 6 threes, a couple games ago, and so I don't know. I think we just have too much. And then Seth Trimble hasn't had a good game in a while, so he's due for a really, really big night. So I think I just think we have too many weapons. Without Caleb, we're still a pretty expensive roster. So I think the talent-wise is just going to get us through this first round at least.
All right. Do we have any VCU advocates out there?
Let's get the Duke's opinion here.
Yeah.
You want me to go first? Or
You go first.
Okay. All right. I'm going to play devil's advocate, but you can still convince me. So VCU is analytically very good offensively and defensively. I hate UNC's offense since Caleb left. They can't really rely on anything down low anymore. They don't look at Vasar as much as they should. Their offense, it's kind of just either when they're hitting threes, they're not shooting enough of them, or when they are cold from 3, they shoot too many of them. I feel like their offense is just so bad, and they really don't know what they got going on over there without Caleb back. So
We're still ranked higher than VCU, though, in both offense and defense.
I don't know. I'm still going to
Henry Vasar, like I just said, had
VCU.
28 points against Clemson, so we definitely went to him.
And you guys were down by... Yeah, and you guys were still down by 20 for the whole second
18,
half.
never hit 20. 18 was the highest it got.
Sorry.
Oh, boy.
But I'm towards VCU so far.
All right, so listen. This is going to be a very layered take. Well, maybe not very, but I'm on VCU. First of all, not completely because I hate UNC. There's a little bit of objectiveness going on here, but VCU is really efficient on offense. Their effective field goal percentage is top 65 in the nation, which when you balance all that out, it's pretty solid. Their 3-point percentage is also up there as well. So their shooting efficiency is number 20 in the country. I think they're going to be fine. I don't think UNC is going to be able to handle an actual game, an opponent that's going to want to beat them like this. And also, here's the thing. Hubert Davis is a terrible coach, okay? He's not going to be able to adjust. He's going to get worked. And we know the story. He's going to flare his nostrils, and then they're going to chuck a bunch of threes, and it's going to be a 10-point loss, and they'll be going home again, early, again, in the Hubert Davis era. What do you think, guys?
I think it's a toss-up. Without Caleb Wilson, obviously UNC is not that great. Honestly, I haven't paid too much attention to VCU. But I think you guys convinced me, so I'm going to go VCU.
All right. Sounds like we have VCU going through on this.
Get wrecked.
Illinois Penn, obviously the Ivy League champions, pulled a pretty big upset on Yale. We think we got anything here with Illinois or not really?
Nah.
All right,
No.
Illinois. St.
Illinois is
Mary's,
too good.
Texas A&M. What are we feeling here? I don't know much about A&M, honestly.
This
They
one's
play-
tough because I don't know anything about either team, but I know St. Mary's is pretty decent, so that's who I'm going to go off of. But I really have no actual analytics that I can go off of. I just know that they're a decent squad, but I don't know anything about Texas A&M. So
Texas A&M is scrappy. That's what they build their program on, is being scrappy. And honestly, in the past few years, you could say the same about St. Mary's. This is really tough to decide. St. Mary's being, I think they were top this second place in WCC. My gut feelings going with Texas A&M, honestly. Just being scrappy and playing buckyball.
I got St. Mary's in this. I like the way that they run their sets. I think they're historically, they're one of the slowest teams in the country, and they can usually grind teams out. So I think that runs to their advantage.
Well, this year their 3-point shooting is sensational, and they hit the offensive glass really hard.
All right.
I just don't think Texas A&M has the offensive firepower to get them past St. Mary's. But
Yeah.
defensively, I'm sure they're, like Pete just said, they're scrappy. But I don't have enough confidence in their offense.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got Houston, Idaho.
Give me the
Houston.
Vandals. No,
All
I'm
right.
kidding. I'm kidding.
All right. We got Houston moving on. All right. Up top, we got Arizona, Long Island,
Arizona.
Arizona, Villanova, Utah State.
This one's tough because Utah State has been very good offensively. And Villanova has been very shady. I mean, they lost a freshman big guy that was very solid for them. Their freshman guard, too, has been playing very well. If he's playing well, I think they have a shot to win this game. But honestly, with how our defense is, I think Utah State's offense is too much, and they win. So I'm going Utah State.
Yeah, I'm a big analytics guy. You're going to hear me say that more than anything else in this entire podcast episode. And Utah State is very good offensively and defensively. Villanova has had a tough schedule, so, I mean, you got to give them credit for playing a lot of good teams, even in their non-conference schedule. But I just think Utah State has looked really good, and I think they're coming really confident into this game.
All right. Sounds like we got Utah State on this.
Well, wait. Did you pick Utah State?
I didn't say it, but
okay. I was gonna go Villanova, but I guess it
I just
doesn't
don't.
matter.
I think the injuries are going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Villanova's leading scorers out.
I mean,
He's out.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tyler Perkins.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
I did not
Yeah,
know that.
yeah. I didn't even know that. Okay,
Yeah.
so
if
He's
that's
the guy
case. All right. So next, we got another 5-12 matchup. Wisconsin, High Point. Anyone got High Point in this?
I can't. I have Wisconsin as my dark horse.
I like Wisconsin too.
Yeah, me too.
it
Hold on.
pains me.
I
would-
was wrong about Tyler Perkins. I misread that. So, but not that
So
it
he's
matters. Yeah, just for reference. But anyways,
They did beat Wisconsin though. Villanova.
Wasn't that an early season win though? Wisconsin
I
really
don't
turned
care.
it on halfway throughout the season.
I have Villanova winning, but let's just be real. At the end of the day, we have Arizona beating either of these teams, so I don't think it makes that big of a deal.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. We have Arkansas, Hawaii. Rainbow Warriors, anyone?
The Rainbow Warriors are my second Cinderella. I'm not as high on them as I am, UCF or USF, but if we go with the Rainbow here, I'm totally down. That I'm in a lot of my
not-
brackets. I'm gonna have
You're
this
gonna need
upset.
to sell me.
I'm not
because-
going Rainbow Warriors. I think Arkansas is a stud guard, Darius Acuff, and he's playing phenomenal right now, and I think that'll be too much for them.
Yeah, I got to go with Arkansas.
That's probably the smart pick.
All right. BYU gets the winner of Texas, NC State.
Oh,
In a weird way, I could see NC State, if they win their game, I could see NC State upsetting BYU. Just
shut
with-
up. You hate
I
You
do hate NC State, but I'm just saying I could see that happening. I don't think it's going to, but I could see that happening.
All right, let's put BYU through on this. They got the nation's leading
We're
score.
cheering for the Mormons.
All right, we got
We're a pretty big Mormon show.
yeah. You can tell that.
Anyways.
All right, Zaga, Kennesaw State. We got Gonzaga going through.
Yeah.
Miami, Missouri. Real quick. Let's get a real quick take on this. Who do we have going through on this?
So when Miami beat UNC, obviously that was the game. Caleb and Henry got hurt, so it was kind of like it was a weird one. But Miami impressed me, like the way they play through their bigs and how their bigs play, classic bully ball inside, and they're big dudes. So, and they're okay from three, but they can hit them. So I don't know a ton about Missouri, but I do like Miami here in this one.
I like Miami. Missouri averages 18 turnovers a game. That's going to be a problem. Miami doesn't rely on the three, like Seth said. So, yeah, I think this is going to be a strong win for Miami.
All right, Miami through in that 7-10. Purdue, Queens. Purdue.
Yeah, Purdue.
It's not even Queens, New York.
Yeah.
All righty.
Well, a lot of the top high school prospects come from New York, so I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
They're not even from there.
All right,
They don't got them
on to the
on it.
last region here. We've got Michigan going through against the 16.
UMBC.
UMBC,
going
They could do it.
Another
They could do it again. I'm just saying.
They could not. I have watched them. They
Michigan's
are not.
so
They
good
do
this
not
year.
have the same caliber player. All right, Georgia, St. Louis.
I got Georgia. St. Louis has been playing absolutely terribly and losing a bunch of games this last part of the year.
Yeah, I was high on them like middle of the season when they only had one loss, but then they had that stretch where they lost like 2 of their last 3, and then they've looked really bad in their conference tournament. I'm going to go with Georgia.
Georgia's also top 10 in bench scoring. So
Yeah, Georgia has big wins over Kentucky. Bama had a really close game with Tennessee. I think they're just better.
All right. Here we go. Texas Tech, Akron. Another 5-12. Texas Tech without their best player, Topman.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I'm still going Texas Tech because they're still really solid without him.
That's fair.
They've had pretty big wins without Toppin against like Kansas and Houston. So I'm
some
going
pretty good teams.
Yeah, Texas Tech.
They beat Iowa State as well without him,
Right.
I'm pretty sure.
My rebuttal is Akron's a very good offensive team. They're one of the best in the entire nation. Texas Tech's best player is just coming back from injury, Christian Anderson. So we don't know how he's going to perform. So without JT Toppin and with Christian Anderson just coming back, I don't really want to trust a Texas Tech team that, it was a little bumpy, a little shaky at the end of the season. I know conference play, it wasn't too bad, but towards the end of the regular season, it was pretty rough for them. So I would go with Akron, but
Akron got embarrassed by Troy in February, so
Troy is one of the only lower seeds that has a quad 1 win. So
yeah,
say
no,
that.
we're riding Texas Tech, baby.
Okay.
All right.
Bama Hofstra.
Everyone's got some strong opinions on this one.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, I was
You
gonna
guys
say,
can go ahead. I'll bring up. The
I
data.
could 1,000% see Hofstra pulling this off.
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Bama can get very cold from 3, and they just, I don't know, if they're not hitting threes, they really don't impress me at all. Like I honestly don't know how they're the 4 seed. Like they just they haven't looked impressive to me all season. So I guess they've won what they needed
Plus,
to.
they
but-
played with an illegal player.
Oh yeah, and that.
I'm going with Hofstra. They're 35th in 3-point percentage as a team. They're top 100 in offense and defense. I like their team to beat Alabama. I just hate Alabama's offensive strategy, and I just don't think they're that good.
All right. Sounds like we got Hofstra pulling that upset on Alabama.
Yeah, Bama barely beat Tennessee, and then got handled by them
All
pretty
right.
well. So
Next up, we got Tennessee. They get the winner of Miami, Ohio, and SMU.
SMU's gonna kill Miami of Ohio.
I could see I could see SMU winning and then beating Tennessee, honestly, because
Is Boopy back?
I think he is.
Yeah, he is. He played in the
With him, that kid can freaking ball.
Tennessee also has a top prospect in Nate Ament. And he's tall. He's a good shot maker. I think it's more of a toss-up than people think.
I just haven't watched a lot of Tennessee basketball. Like I've seen quite a few SMU games, and they look really good when they have all their guards actually playing. I'm still gonna go with Tennessee just because I know that Nate Ament's been going off this year. I'm gonna trust the best player on the court.
Yeah, I trust Rick Barnes. His teams, they're physical. They play good defense. They rebound the ball well.
It's fair. So it sounds like we got Tennessee going through. All right. We also have Virginia over Wright State.
Yeah.
Virginia.
We have Kentucky versus Santa Clara, a 7-10.
Give me Santa Clara.
Yeah, this one's an interesting one. I'm gonna go with Kentucky. I know.
Terrible.
I don't want to go.
I am with you. I'm on Kentucky here.
I
Not a shot.
I hate the West Coast Conference. I think it's such an overrated conference. Yes, Kentucky's in the SEC, so they're gonna have a lot of bad losses.
It's not that they
just have the better
bad losses.
players.
They've looked terrible this year.
Yeah, but they've picked it up as the season's gone on, though.
Yeah,
they don't
they-
look
I
as
don't-
bad.
I
They
don't
started off
trust
so
them.
badly, and they kind of picked it up. Like it's still not like to top tier level recently, but it's a lot better than what they started out as.
I still don't trust them enough.
Even if they don't play as a team, I just think that they have the better overall players.
We got a 2-1 vote here, Jordan. You care to tie it up?
I really liked Santa Clara depending on the matchup. The problem is, I just keep going back to Kentucky has 2 or 3 guys that can just get buckets whenever they want.
Ortega.
Yeah, and I just can't see Santa Clara winning. That's I liked them if they depending who they played, but they got a bad draw.
All right. We got Kentucky on that. And then Iowa State, Tennessee State. I think we
Iowa
all got
State.
Iowa State on
Yep.
that.
Yeah.
All right, we're back up to the top here. We got Duke, Ohio State. Anyone have an upset here? I don't got it. I think Duke.
I think Ohio State can give Duke more of a game than what people think, but I still think Duke wins.
Bruce Thornton's gonna need to drop 50 if
Yeah.
they want a chance.
Yeah, and there's this guy called Dame Sar, the Italian from
The Black Italian.
the Black Italian, and no.
All right, St. John's and Kansas as a 5-4 in the round of 32. This one's pretty
This
interesting.
one is tough. I'm gonna side with Kansas, but honestly, I could be swayed either way.
I think I'm going to side with St. John's. I'm just really not impressed with Darren Peterson, even though he's literally the best player besides Cam Boozer. It doesn't seem like he wants to play basketball, and I don't know. Maybe he switches it back in the tournament, but I just trust Rick Pitino and St. John's more.
I'm gonna go with Kansas. I think that Darren Peterson just literally didn't want to play in the regular season at all. But I think he's fine with. He's gonna want to play in March Madness. I feel like only an idiot would not want to play in March Madness. So I think he'll be playing his best ball, and I'm gonna trust Kansas. They've looked really good recently too.
I'm gonna side with Peachy. I think it's St. John's. I think their defense is top notch.
All right, so we got it tied up here. Honestly, I think I'm going to go with Zach's logic here. I think Peterson's going to show up in March finally. All right, we got South Florida, Michigan State.
South Florida's offense is going to be too much for Michigan State's defense.
Honestly, if you guys want to, I'm still going with Michigan State, but
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if UCF pulls off the upset just because of their 3-point shooting team.
They score buckets, and they have, like I said, multiple guys averaging double figures every game. They are on. I've been very impressed with USF.
But I'm gonna trust Jeremy Fears at the end of the day to get it done.
I trust Michigan State, Tom Izzo, Jeremy Fears,
Yeah.
Jackson Kohler. And USF doesn't go deep. He rides his starters for a lot of minutes, and I think that's going to wear them down versus a team like Michigan State, who's really, really physical. Like they play bully ball.
yeah,
I'm
I
going
think
Michigan State too.
I'm good with that. All right, we got UCLA, UConn. I think UConn goes through with this just purely based
Yeah.
on coaching alone, Jordan?
Yeah, Danny Hurley is going to show Mick Cronin what a real basketball coach looks like. End of argument.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
Jordan, weren't you saying that UConn is going to lose in the second round, though?
If they wouldn't have got a cupcake game, I mean, UCLA, it's like,
All right.
may as well play Helen Keller School of the Blind.
All right,
All right.
Florida, Iowa.
I got Florida, not Iowa, Florida. Sorry.
I got Florida.
Florida.
All right, we got Florida, Vanderbilt, Nebraska. I don't.
I
know.
cannot wait. If I want this game to happen because I really, really like this matchup, but it's hard because had Vandy not handled Florida, I would have been all on Nebraska to win this game.
I was
But
just
now,
thinking that.
now it's like I generally don't know, so I'm gonna let other people talk because I have no idea.
I got.
I still
Nebraska.
probably side Nebraska, but I could totally see Vandy winning.
I have Nebraska.
I'm
All
going
right.
to go with Nebraska, too. I mean, there is a way. Sometimes people go on a deep run in their conference tournament, and then they end up not going far in March Madness. So I'm just going to use that logic here for Nebraska because it is a 50-50 for me.
Yeah. All right. Sounds like we got Nebraska going through. VCU, Illinois. Anyone have VCU continuing this, or we all? Got
I don't
Illinois?
think so. I think Illinois is going to be too much.
Yeah.
Agreed. All right, St. Mary's, Houston. Anyone have St. Mary's getting another one, or we think Houston's gonna outgrind them?
This Houston team's
The
just
Houston's
too good for them.
defense is disgusting.
All right.
And Fleming is so good.
Okay, Arizona against Utah State. Think we all got Arizona there.
Arizona's been a beast this year.
Wisconsin, Arkansas. Been very impressed with how
Ooh.
Wisconsin's
Yeah.
coming on.
I
I got
got it.
Wisconsin.
I think
got-
Wisconsin's offense is gonna win this game.
Yeah, I got to ride with my dark horse.
I got Wisconsin.
Yeah, I'm okay with Wisconsin.
Okay. BYU, Gonzaga.
BYU.
BYU.
No, I got Gonzaga, bro.
I got beat.
I got BYU.
Gonzaga's so overrated.
I
this
hate.
year.
So
I'm,
is BYU.
I'm going with my
They got
West
the best
Coast
player in the
logic.
country.
I hate the West Coast. I'm going with BYU.
All right, whatever. Your loss.
He's just like, well, brackets tank.
All right.
Not the perfect
Miami,
bracket.
Purdue.
Oh,
anyone?
Miami.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Purdue is so overrated. I don't
They
care.
just won the
I don't
Big
care.
Ten. I got Purdue.
They're pulling off the thing where they go off in their conference and then they end up sucking in March Madness. Purdue has not gotten far since they had Zach Edey.
Yeah,
I
I've been back
love
and
Miami.
forth on Purdue for a couple of days. First, I was like, they're not doing anything, and then Jordan's like, well, sometimes veterans are. If you have a team of veterans on it, sometimes they pick it up at the end of the year, and then they did in their tournament. So maybe they turned around, maybe they didn't. I'm still gonna go with Purdue.
Yeah, I'm
this
on
one.
Purdue.
Yeah. Yep. All right. We got Michigan beating Georgia, I
Yeah.
assume.
Yep.
Okay. Texas Tech, Hofstra. Anyone have Hofstra? Keep going, or we got Texas Tech in this?
I'd be okay with Hofstra, but I'm guessing everyone else is going to go Texas
I just
Tech.
think Texas Tech is still a really solid team.
Yeah.
I just
so-
don't know what team we're going to get from Texas Tech because they're inconsistent.
That's fair. I'm just not sold enough on Hofstra to do it back to back.
Okay.
And I don't love the matchup.
Yeah.
All right. Tennessee, Virginia, 6 versus 3.
This one's weird because I could totally see Tennessee beating Virginia because Virginia goes through lulls sometimes where they just don't score at all and just can't get anything going. But on paper, they're pretty freaking talented. So, and they just had a good game with Duke. So I'm gonna go Virginia, but I could totally be swayed to Tennessee.
I'm not a big ACC guy. I've always told Seth that I don't think the ACC is really that good. Sorry to both of you.
No, the top of the
Yeah.
ACC is good.
Yeah,
Duke's
the top
good.
the top of the ACC is good. You know, they got
Duke.
they got one or two teams up there that are pretty good, but
Just one.
Virginia, I don't really like their team at all. I mean, watching their games against UNC, I watched them against Duke. They just don't really impress me, and I think Tennessee, you know, being in the SEC, they've played teams way better than Virginia the entire season, and so I think any of the SEC teams on the lower half could be just as high ranked as Virginia if they were in the ACC.
I
I'm gonna go with my boys from Tennessee.
like Tennessee.
All right. We got Tennessee over Virginia. And then we have Kentucky and Iowa
Iowa State, no contest.
Yeah, I got Iowa State.
Now I'll
If
go with
Kentucky
Iowa.
goes off,
No, not a
I
shot.
could see it, but
I'll go
Iowa
with
State.
Iowa
definitely-
State's defense is
I-
too good
yeah,
for
I have Ohio
Kentucky
State,
to do anything.
But
We got
I
Iowa
could
State
see
going
it
through.
happening.
All right, back to the top. Ooh, we love this blue blood matchup of Duke and Kansas.
Kansas played very well against Duke the first time they played without Darren Peterson. With Darren Peterson, I would 1,000% be comfortable in this upset.
When was that game?
I don't remember. It was pretty early, but
Right.
it doesn't matter.
Oh, it does.
I think Kansas looks better now, actually.
They
So
do look
I
better
am
now.
open to.
Duke
Yeah.
looks better now than what they did then.
I am open to picking Kansas, but
Are you going to
I'll let
ride
you-
Caden Boozer running your offense
Yes.
over Darren Peterson?
Darren Peterson has got Dame Sar in his grill. Good luck.
I'm not worried about Dominic Czar. Peterson is way more talented.
Learn your pronunciation. It's Dame.
I'm American, not Italian.
All right. So we got 2 for Duke and 2 for
Really,
Kansas.
Domine.
Peachy, looks like you're the deciding vote here.
Listen,
And Duke has a history of choking in the tournament. They're
Give me Kansas.
11 years strong. Duke does the least with the most every single year.
all right.
I'll be fair.
This is destiny.
I'll let
Kansas will
Jordan
win
make
this
his
game.
case. I'll let Jordan make his case.
For Duke winning?
Yeah.
I just think Kansas has no one to guard Cam Boozer, and Patrick Gumbo is going to be back, and that's going to take their best big man. And then also Isaiah Evans, who's going to guard Isaiah Evans. He's 6'6" and can shoot from anywhere on the floor.
Depending on the night,
I mean, okay, but you can say that about any player.
except Peterson.
I'm
He
also
shows
going
in,
to
game
say
in, game out.
John Shire is a better coach than Bill Self, and it's been proven. But if you guys want to go with Kansas, that's all right.
Someone's got to get upset. And honestly, Kansas with Darren Peterson is the team to make something crazy happen here.
I'm still gonna stick with Kansas.
All right,
Me
well,
too.
we're split, Peach.
I went
He
Kansas.
said
Oh, he
Kansas.
went Kansas.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Duke getting beat by Kansas.
Yep.
There goes the perfect bracket.
Michigan State, UConn.
This
One's tough.
it is
because,
tough.
Is it said that I feel more confident against UConn than USF?
Honestly, that's
Yes.
valid.
Yeah, no, like that's.
UConn has not honestly looked that great this year.
It's Michigan
But
State.
Michigan
it's
State
Michigan
also looks pretty bad
UConn is not
during some
yeah.
games too.
We always look better in the tournament, though. Like, even on down years where we were like a 7 or 8 seed, we always, battled hard against the top tier seeds. But I think we can get it done against UConn. I was just worried about USF's 3-point percentage as a team, but I'm not worried about that with UConn, so I'm going Michigan State.
All right,
I'll go Michigan State.
All right, we got Michigan State going through against UConn.
Even though UConn beat Florida. Okay.
All right,
I'm
Florida,
fine with that, but
Florida, Nebraska. Anyone have this upset? I think
No, I don't think
I-
Nebraska has a chance in this one. I think Florida.
I'm
beats
okay
them.
with
if Florida
Nebraska.
somehow portals back to how they played at the beginning of the season, I could see Nebraska winning, but Florida's playing really good right now. So
They
this
just
game
got
is a
crushed
toss-up.
by
Honestly, I don't
Vanderbilt.
know, but yeah, again, they just lost to Vandy. So, dude, I don't know. Well, who's?
I think I'm the only one, unless Jordan's thinking about Nebraska.
I could
No,
totally be.
Florida.
No,
Yeah,
okay.
Florida.
All right.
The smart pick is definitely Florida.
Houston, Illinois. I'm pretty strong on Houston.
I think Illinois is going to get it done.
I
They have
could
a
see that
three-headed-
happening.
They have a three-headed
Yeah.
monster.
Keenan
and
Wobbler
their-
is disgusting.
Yeah, and their offensive
Houston
rebounding
struggles on
is-
defense sometimes too
very
against a
good.
good offense.
I can be convinced on Illinois.
I'm going to go with
If Illinois brings it, yeah,
Right.
definitely.
We got Illinois over Houston.
Houston's had some bad losses this season, so I could
All
totally.
right. Arizona, Wisconsin. Anyone have
Ooh.
Wisconsin getting this done?
Unfortunately, I think this is where the
Potentially,
Run ends.
potentially though, I could see it. Arizona has lost to teams they shouldn't have lost to, so
yeah. I still think they figured
But-
out a way to get it done.
Only twice though.
yeah, they don't have. Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna go Arizona.
I'm going to go with Arizona. They still have one of the best defenses.
I
and
mean,
Me
they're
too.
probably the favorite to win, so I don't know. I guess we gotta go
All right.
Arizona.
Our next one here is we got BYU and Purdue.
Give me Purdue.
Purdue.
why do we have Purdue in the Elite Eight?
I have BYU, man. DeBonsa.
I don't like
He's
BYU's
good,
team
but,
either. I wish we
there's
could take
there's been
both of
games
them
where
out.
he's gone off and they still lose, so that's why
Dude,
I'm
they've been
not.
terrible without their.
Richie Saunders.
Yeah,
nothing.
Richie
he was a
Saunders.
huge loss.
That's fair.
Just
Jordan?
because they have Wright for Baylor
Yeah.
and DeBonsa does not mean they're gonna play well.
If this is what it turns out to be,
I'm probably going Purdue because I'm kind of iffy on both of them being there, but
That's
I
fair.
mean, Purdue, I guess.
All right, we
with
got
the vets.
Purdue over BYU. Getting
It's disgusting.
okay. Michigan, Texas Tech. This right here is where I think Texas Tech's got to run out.
Depending on
Yeah.
which Texas Tech team shows up, and if Michigan's cold from 3, and who's their player? Who's Michigan's player? The guy that
Yaxel
sucked.
Endebor.
Yeah, he sucked against Duke, and so if he has another game where they can shut him down, you can take out Michigan.
Yeah, Duke's a one.
Michigan, in my opinion, is the weakest 1 seed.
Florida.
I think Florida's the weakest one seed.
I would have said that, but Florida again, they just lost to Vandy, so
All
I'm
right.
gonna go Michigan.
I'm
Yeah.
going Michigan.
I gotta have Michigan over Texas Tech on this. Okay, next game we got Tennessee taking on Iowa State.
I got Iowa State.
I'm not really high on Iowa State. I know they have a good defense, but I don't know. I just like Tennessee more than Iowa State. I haven't watched a lot of Iowa State to be confident in them in a top ranked game.
I'm going Iowa State in this one.
yeah, I'm going Iowa.
Yeah, I got Iowa State as well, unfortunately. Sorry, Zach.
No, it's okay.
All right. So we are here in the Elite Eight. We got Kansas and Michigan State.
Kansas.
Yeah, I'd go Kansas too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Kansas. Even as a Michigan State fan, I just think Darren Peterson he'll probably embarrass Jeremy Fears. Honestly,
Wait a second. Wait.
Yeah. All right. So now we got in the Elite Eight on the other side.
I have Kansas UConn on mine.
No,
we picked
we
Michigan
picked
State.
Michigan State over UConn.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, what? Sorry.
Yeah.
That was me.
So
that was
now
my
we're
bad.
gonna go over to the other side. We got Arizona, Purdue. I think we gotta go Arizona. again,
Please
right?
get
Yeah.
Purdue out of here.
Arizona.
We're gonna watch them get bounced by Miami in the second round, and then we're all gonna be like, "Oh, damn, Zach was right."
All right. We got Florida, Illinois.
Hey, I was with you on Miami, but no one gave me a chance to talk, so it's fine.
So you're telling me we could have swayed everyone in the room to pick
I
Miami.
think I was okay with Miami too.
We could have.
Can't go back.
You can't go back now. Honestly, I have Illinois beating Florida. I'm not very high on Florida, and I really like Illinois' team.
I'm with
Yeah,
Zach on this.
I wasn't high in Florida just because their guards were so inconsistent at the beginning of the year, but then they kind of turned it on at the end of the year. And if their guards are playing well, I think Florida's unstoppable.
I'm gonna go Florida.
Jordan's the tiebreaker.
2-2.
I like Florida. They have 3 stud bigs. They just rotate. They have solid guards, and I think they have the better coach.
All right. Michigan's against Iowa State. What do we got here, gentlemen?
Iowa State.
I got Michigan. They're better overall. I think Iowa State's the better defensive team, but I think Michigan's a lot better overall.
Okay, we got 1-1. Jordan and Peach.
Go with Peach.
Going with me first.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go Iowa State too.
I'm going Michigan. I like Dusty May. I like Axel Lundberg.
So it comes down to me. Honestly, I like Dusty May, but Iowa State, man. Like, I think this is their year to get something done. So I'm going to go with Iowa State in this, honestly. That's a toss-up for me. Could have flipped a coin. So our final 4 matchups, all right? We have Kansas and Florida. What do we have here, gentlemen?
I've rode Kansas this far, so might as well keep going, right?
I was gonna say our bracket might be doomed because Kansas could get bounced in like the second round.
Yeah.
I told you, a perfect bracket went out the window.
But I wouldn't have picked Florida to make Final Four, but if they played Kansas in Final Four,
Darren
I'd pick
Peterson
Florida.
plays like he's talking like he wants to play, like in interviews and stuff.
Mhm.
I don't know,
I
man.
guess the other side of it is if he's playing well enough to get him here, like, what is that like?
So
Yeah.
I'm saying if we've ridden him this far, I'm okay to stay on that
Screw it,
horse.
I'm going Kansas.
Yeah,
I don't
same.
care.
Aye.
All right.
Jordan.
I think Florida because I don't think Kansas is getting it. I don't think it's happening. Like, Darren Peterson is good. He's not Michael Jordan, prime Michael Jordan.
So we're gonna have an
And that's
all
what we're-
Big 12 championship.
Yeah.
Her bracket was so good last year. This bracket's doomed to fail.
All right, we got Arizona, Iowa State. I got to go Arizona in this, guys. I don't know.
Arizona.
Yeah.
And this is probably where
Oh no, you've ridden them this far, Seth. Come on, buddy.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on,
Yeah,
Ride
you
him
gotta
a
convince
little
me.
bit longer.
Give me
man.
Kansas.
Kansas did beat Arizona though.
Yeah, sure. Sure, man.
He's
Seth,
just salty
you've
we
sold
haven't
us
been
on
Duke.
Kansas all the way to the
Yeah,
finals.
you got
Sell us
you got all these sheep.
Kansas is the
You got
winner.
all these sheep right here, just following you, man.
No. I got Arizona.
I
winning.
got-
I also have Arizona.
I'm gonna go
I
Arizona
got
too.
Arizona.
Give me Kansas. I'm
All right, what's
riding
the
them.
score? We gotta do the score.
Oh, who cares about the score? I
No,
got
we did it last year.
79,
We'll do it
78.
again.
No.
No, I think
Total for the whole game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with
79-78.
83-78
total
Arizona.
whole game, like,
The
added
whole
together.
game, guys.
Who's good at
You
math?
guys know how to
Zach.
read
Zach,
English?
83-78.
I think they get 167.
That's stupid. They've never done that before.
161. I don't know, something like
All
that.
right, 160.
I don't even think I did the
I
math
mean,
right
I
on
think
that,
it's
but
going to be in
we'll
the
go with that.
80s, so it's going to be in the 160s, all right?
When have
Okay.
they ever done that?
All right, guys. So there's our bracket. We have Arizona beating Kansas in the final. Obviously some controversial picks here, but all right, let's do we want to do a separate segment or we want to continue our other segment talking about our dark horses?
We can just wrap up here quick and just go down the line and say what team are we riding
A
as
dark
the
horse and a Cinderella.
Yeah.
Do we want to do a separate segment for that or on this segment at the end?
We'll just keep going. Yeah, we'll
All
wrap
right.
it up.
All right. Nah, go ahead, Seth.
USF is my main dark horse. I really, really like their offense. The Hawaii Rainbows or whatever the heck they are. I like them.
You're a little
too.
fruitcake. Is that what you're telling
I
us?
do. I like.
Well, he
the- I
is
li-
where he's a UNC fan.
I do like the.
Sorry.
Wait, was it the UNC kid or the Duke kid that painted his fingernails? I
don't
can't
know. Was it-
remember.
Did he
Dude.
drop 20 points on
Who
your
was-
head?
who
every
was
Michigan
week?
the
State
dude
has a
that-
guy that painted his
Yeah,
fingernails
like,
too, so I can't.
did he
think-
Yeah,
scold you guys
that's
every
more
game? I
rainbow
don't
than the Hawaii Rainbows.
Listen, just because you lost to
But
a
then
kid
no,
with
Iowa
nails.
State is my. I don't know if they're a dark horse or what you call them, but that's. I know they're not
I
like one of
don't
the
know.
top teams to win it, but that's who I
They're
like
still
their
picked
chances.
very low. So
Yeah.
I think it counts.
So USF is my main Cinderella, the Hawaii Rainbows, and then Iowa State.
Go ahead,
Mhm.
Jordan.
All right. Well,
I guess Duke could be a dark horse because they never win anything anymore. So I guess they could be a good dark horse this
I'm
year.
going to ignore that low IQ comment. Anyways,
Sounds like an NC State fan.
11 years now that they've not won anything.
Oh boy.
you know, here's the thing with UNC fans. You
Not even
can't,
a Final
you
Four
can't
win?
actually finish the job, so you reference 11 years ago.
It's
but
still a
anyways,
Final Four win that Duke hasn't
It's-
had in 11 years.
So a Final Four win. Okay, congratulations. You want a cookie? Did you win the chip that year? No, you didn't.
No,
So
we
it doesn't
just
matter.
retired your
So
coach.
you came up short again. But anyways. What are we doing? Dark horse? Cinderella.
Dark horse and a Cinderella.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with my dark horse. And since I believe a dark horse is 5 through 16, I'm going with Miami as my dark horse.
That's a
They
good
I
play
like that.
physical basketball. They play good defense. You know the drill. My Cinderella, I lost them, so here we are. Oh, it's VCU. I think they're going to go further than what we think they are. So
Solid pick.
there we are.
All right. I'll go with my Cinderella team first. Jordan picked. I was kind of 50-50 on who I was gonna pick. One of them was Miami, so I'll just go with the other one. Wisconsin. I really love what John Blackwell and Nick Boyd are doing over there. They're two of the best guards in the entire nation, and I don't know. They've just been really hot recently. They've beaten a lot of top 10 teams. And then for my dark horse, I'm gonna go with Hofstra. They're just so good analytically, and I think if any of the lower seeds makes a run, it's Hofstra.
I think you got those mixed up because my dark horse is Wisconsin.
Yeah, he did, but it's all right.
Offshore would be
Well-
more of your Cinderella team, probably. But whatever, it's fine.
Oh, yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
It's all right. It's all right.
We've had this argument before.
we could
Oh.
we debated the definition of both these terms, so it's still up in
And
the
we,
air.
didn't come up with a clear ending. So and that's okay.
Anyway, my dark horse is Wisconsin, as Zach was saying. Blackwell and Boyd have been playing really, really well lately, and I've upset some big teams. I think they can make at least an Elite Eight run in this tournament. My Cinderella, I didn't give this one too much thought. You know what? Give me a High Point. High scoring offense, even though their defense is terrible.
Yeah.
If they can outscore.
That white kid that just bangs through.
Exactly. Jack
He's an
Gold.
So
ATM.
your
Give it to my
Cinderella
veins.
is playing your dark horse.
Oh. Okay, never mind.
Really high IQ thought here.
I did not pay attention.
Hey, he's gonna win at least one game with that
Hey.
pick.
One of them's
I
gonna
at
be
least
right.
got one. All right. I guess I have to change that.
Colin, why don't you go? Let Peachy gather the
Let
three
me,
thoughts he has, the two brain cells that are functioning.
My
And
entire
All right.
bank
well,
of them.
So my dark horse It actually was Wisconsin, but since that's been said, I'm going to go a little creative here. I'm going to go Iowa. I'm not as high on Florida as everyone else is, and I love Iowa's point guard, and I love their coach, Ben McCollum. So I think they could be kind of a sneaky dark horse, upset Florida, and then they would either get like maybe a Vanderbilt or Nebraska. Could see them getting that. So I could see them making a little push kind of at that Elite Eight. So I've got Iowa kind of as my dark horse, all right? And my Cinderella, all right? This is a team that's happy to just, be in the dance finally after last year. I think UNC is going to pull a first-round upset on VCU.
There we go.
There it is.
Do not get Seth going.
We'll
please.
gladly ride that Cinderella train.
Colin, they're not a Cinderella because they won a Final Four game 3 years ago. So they're not a Cinderella. That's basically a national championship.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
Out of all of our teams sitting in this room, UNC has gone further than anyone's.
What have they done recently? Oh, that's right. They've done nothing. Okay, that's what I thought.
Pretty sure Villanova's won a championship more recently.
Oh,
No,
feng shui.
I think. Oh no, yeah, 18. That's right. We
Oh,
won
no.
17. You guys won an 18. Duke won it.
And
Sometime in the
2018 was so long
past.
ago. I was in high school and I had hair. So
You guys should all be grateful. My team's last championship was 2000. I wasn't even alive when my team won one. So everyone be grateful that they've got to experience one.
Yeah. All right, I got my Cinderella.
Oh, drum roll.
I'm going McNeese.
Oh,
I like that.
Okay, fair enough.
tight.
Depending how Vanderbilt plays, I could see McNeese beating them. And then Nebraska has kind of been iffy at the end of the year. I feel like they could also get upset if they make it to the second round. So I got McNeese as my Cinderella.
All right. Well, that right there is your cutting-edge analysis, ladies and gentlemen.
Take this one to DraftKings. Put all these picks in. You're guaranteed to have a great turnout. So
yeah,
right.
yeah, for sure.
Make sure to drop a like. Make sure to subscribe. We'll kick it back to the host of the Ram and the Relic to close us out.
we're closed.